Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am out of rehab. I'm not in the white room anymore. I'm back where I belong. Welcome back to the channel. For you guys, it's just the video, the very next video. For me, it's been quite a journey since the last recording. But how you guys doing? Today we're here to talk about F1, the movie. Now, spoiler alert, I watched this movie before I got into the actual sport, F1. I watched this movie and I was like, wow, this is great. I kind of want to watch F1, and I got into F1 big time. I'm a huge fan. As of recording, we are not yet into the 2026 season, and I believe by the time this video comes out, we will have been almost halfway into the 2026 season. Super excited. Congrats to Lando for winning the World Championship. Congrats to McLaren. Very interesting to see how it's going to be next year. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. I'm here talking about F1. Okay, the movie, right? So I watched this movie without having any prior knowledge of F1. So I'm gonna review it how I did watch it, because I'm sure if I rewatch the movie now knowing how F1 works, I'm probably not gonna enjoy it as much. I'm gonna be one of those people who are like the book was better, but I'm gonna be like the sport was better. But we're talking about F1, directed by Joseph Kosinski. Starting, of course, Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, and Kerry Condon, and of course other actors whose character names I'm not remembering, but there's a lot. Okay, so this movie was actually really fun to watch. Brad Pitt is just a good actor. I think I've been trying to debate the fact for too long. Brad Pitt is just genuinely an actor who can just, this is his stereotypical Brad Pitt role. It's more like a cool guy, in this case, a cool old guy who's like coming back and he's like, yeah. Dameson does a great job as well, wonderful actor. Very happy with how he does his role in this. So good job with Jameson. Javier is of course doing the thing. Kerry Condon, who I have not seen a movie of yet. Apparently, she's been nominated for an Oscar multiple times, I think. But yeah, Kerry Condon, first of all, very pretty. Oh my god, love the chemistry she has with Brad in this movie, and in general, I think she did a good job. Unfortunately, her character wasn't as fleshed out in the entire movie. It was very, it was not substantial enough. It was kind of limited down to, oh yeah, she's the romantic lead, but she's also important and can stand up for herself. But also, she's the romantic lead or the romantic partner for the lead, you know. But other than that, I think Brad Pitt's character is very fun. I think Sunny Hayes is an interesting character. Like someone who is past his prime years ago, but he's like back. And then you have Damson, who's also doing a really good job of playing like this, up and coming rookie who really wants to prove himself, and he doesn't give a shit about the old man. And I love their dynamic as well. The chemistry between Damson and Brad Pitt was actually pretty fun to watch. And yeah, I think the movie in general, first of all, the title track, Lose My Mind, fantastic. It was one of my top played songs of 2025. Doja Cat and Don Toliver really did their thing on that. But also, the movie is really, really fun to watch. If anything, this rather than getting me into F1, because I told my friends I got into F1, they were like, it was because of the movie, which is partially true, but I was interested anyway. But more than that, I think this just makes me want to watch more racing movies, because I'm someone who's not into cars, I'm someone who's not into like all of the racing stuff. So this has actually gotten me intrigued. I actually want to watch more, and people keep recommending like supposedly better movies than this. Do I think this movie is good or great? Not really. I think it's a decent film. I think it's a film which I didn't come out of the theater going, man, that was a waste. Like, I had a good time. I watched it and I thought it was fun. I wouldn't consider it a great film, because like there's a lot of elements in the movie which are kind of, yeah, they are missing clearly, and it's not like one of those where like, whoa, this is gonna be something I remember years from now. Like, I will remember it as part of the reason got into F1. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, that one Brad Pitt movie. Like, he has other movies which deserve that phrase, right? But I think in general, it's a decent film. I think it tells the story is very simple, but it tells it well. I think the acting is good, and yeah, it gets the adrenaline pumping. I kid you not, I was in the theater watching this, and towards the end, where Sunny Hayes is about to win, it's completely quiet for a moment, right? and I could hear grown men around me sniffing. And I'm talking about men who are in like their 40s, 50s, like grown ass men. They were like, and they're like, they were really holding it. And I was like, damn, Sunny Hayes really hit a nerve. And I'm glad that's what movies are for. I think you don't have to be a fantastic, amazing movie in order to really stir emotions. And I think this movie is a good example. It's a decent film. If I had to give it a rating, I would say like a 3 out of 5, but it's a fun film, and I think that's sometimes more important. And yeah, I thought it was just good. I thought it was a fun watch. Very happy what this movie has done for F1. Clearly it's gotten a lot more people in, including myself, and I'm into F1 now, and I really do enjoy the sport. I like watching the Grand Prix and everything. So yeah, I think this is a good decent movie. It set out what it tried to do. The whole movie is essentially marketing for F1, and you know what, it worked. So that's going to be it from me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the movie, and I'll see you all in the next one.